Oh. 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 I've been playing this game wrong thing, and like, but 3 times a day? What is this? Is that a knife? Nothing on the ceiling. Nothing behind me, nothing on the ceiling. Hi. You know, are you the one heavy breathing? Is it because of like the sewer damp? Are you the one I'm supposed to run from? Huh. Hi. You know, I actually love this. You know what makes this perfect? Am I gonna break fourth wall? Yeah, that doesn't work on me. You know what makes this perfect? You just went... You know, you just... Oh, there is a trigger warning. Spoilers, depiction of that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hi. Welcome. As I told you, I'm back with my belly cam because, as of today, I'm 25 weeks pregnant. I think. Hold on. Hold on. I think it's 25 weeks. I think it was. I have been keeping it up on Discord, but, you know, it was... Yeah, 25 weeks. So I was keeping track. So my belly is erupted outward and that sort of stuff. And as I told you, that happened last week, but last week was a busy day. So here I am today with belly. So expect the big belly to be back every week and that sort of stuff. Second thing is, if you hear any thunder, any rain during this video, I do apologize, but it's been going rough outside, and it's like 11:30 as you can see. I did game with a friend, that's the reason that thing. But it's been like, the funny thing is, in the Netherlands today, it's been like 33 degrees throughout the day, and then in the evening it's now like rough weather or like really severe weather that they give off like an emergency code, but yeah. And that brings us by our first game, which ironically, you know, with like the heavy wind, heavy rain, and thunder as it goes off again. It's like a good, funny game. This was called Among the Leaves and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, the thing is simple. You have to, I don't know if you have to really move among the leaves. Oh, you can. How far can you go? Where can you go? I saw this game and it looked interesting because, like, as I said. Oh. You're supposed. Oh. Oh. Ah. Veteran. Veteran Grand Reaper Red Success named. Retired successor named. Eh. And I thought it was fun because, like, as you know, I often, like, as someone who plays a lot of horror games, I often wonder how most of the basic tests can, like, be, you know... Oh, the spiders. You know how sometimes the most basic tasks can be, like, scary? I could, like, imagine... I can imagine that, like, when you do this easy... Did I put it in the... Then it would be scary if something jumps out of you. And that sort of stuff. But, yeah. So that was interesting, and I didn't know that 4 days. And then I'm gonna, like... say that, but thing. And that brings me actually back to that because the days are so warm, and now still it's... It's getting so warm, and if I was pregnant and doing this, I wouldn't be doing this. Luckily, I don't have a front porch, but... like, primarily I've been going out today for the reason of, like, groceries and to get a medicine. Because last week I had, like, pain in my eye. And I was on a Thursday. Friday it was like less, but I looked at the look in the mirror, and there was this like gray spot on my eye. And I went to the doctor yesterday, and the doctor said it was like pigment damage, like eye pigment, if I pronounce it correctly. If I don't, think. But basically it was something harmless. But there were a lot of veins visible on my red eye. On my red eye. Red eye is not thing. Red eye is Black Dragon. And thing. And I asked her, is that normal? Because I read online it was normal, at least, you know. That veins would be visible and wouldn't be harming unless it's like, has like sprung and you have like a red spot on your eye. If you have a red spot on your eye, you have like probably tuberculose thing, go to a doctor. Like, as long as it like veins are okay, but if one of those veins, for example, exploded and you would have a red spot on your eye, then yes. Then it's a thing. And she checked my eyes, and there was nothing wrong. Like as I said, the gray spot was pigment damage, was not harmless. But... is there any more spots? Need to focus on my work. And thing. And after checking, she was like, okay, your eyes are healthy, but I do see that your eyes are irritated. And I was like, irritated? Apparently, she thinks my eyes are irritated because to an allergic or a cold. And I think I legitimately think I'm allergic to something. But I don't know what yet. And thing. So I got like this like prescript, no, descripted, what do you call that? Like, how do you call that again? It doesn't matter. That's a rope. I got prescripted, I think it's prescripted, you know, an eye cream. And I thought like it was, oh, you have to do that like, you know, once or twice a day. and that sort of stuff. And thing. Mysterious figure spotted in the woods. Do I live in the woods? And thing. And so I got today, like I did my groceries, it was hormone day, because like I walked outside and I was like 5 to 3 minutes outside for the grocery store. And yeah, I know I'm mainly pregnant at this point, but at 25 weeks. But still. Like, waar is daar handcloth in? Okay. Okay. And thing. And when I got back from groceries, I was like, fuck's sake, I have to get to the heat again, you know? You know, I have to get to the heat again. And thing, and I got to the like pharmacy, you know, my medical pharmacy. That was this guy, that like this, you know, it's a water bottle that like hands out the medicine. You know, you get like a prescription, you go to the like pharmacy and then thing and get your medicine. And I asked her, like, do I do it on both eyes? Because primarily I only had, like, problems with my right eye. And that sort of stuff. And she was like, you know, you have to, like, put it on 3 times a day. I was sitting there, 3 times a day? It's just like, yeah. So I'm gonna start with it tomorrow to keep consistency. Because it was, like, 12 o'clock or, like, almost 1 o'clock when I got it. And to prevent it from, like, being... oh, Jesus. Something doesn't seem right. Oh. 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 I've been playing this game wrong. Thing. And, like, but 3 times a day? What is this? Is that a knife? And she was like, you just put it on 3 times a day and it should be fine. And if it's over, just use it a few more days to be sure. And that sort of stuff. Oh, that's the giant spider. And then I was like, okay. So as I said, tomorrow we'll start, I think, with like in the morning. Oh, that's a snail. Like tomorrow I will start in the morning when I wake up, but like I think I have to think how I will. How I will do that with integration work. Because I want to do it, I think, after lunch, after I've done Jensen. Which would be roughly... New evidence found in decades-old murder case. Huh. Which will roughly be around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. But integration work, if I have to do it 3 times a day, then think like I didn't ask. Like I do regret that a bit, and I hope it's like in the prescription. I don't think it matters because some medicine, for example, want to add antibiotica because I had like a urine way infection. Uh, I had to take them every 12 hours. So if I remember correct, I took one at 11 o'clock in the morning and then 11 o'clock in the evening. That was before I had integration work and that sort of stuff. And thing. So, thing. And I had to take it like, yeah, as I said, a few days, 12 o'clock a day. That was before integration work. And I took them at 11 o'clock because, you know, usually when it was 11 o'clock, I was already awake in the morning and that sort of stuff. And thank you. I can grab up the spider. Ugh. Did I see everything? I think I saw everything. Carpet collection. A thing. And these, I think. I think I can like take whenever. I hope. They didn't say, and that's why. Like I want to ask actually, which I regret not doing. Because if you have to take them like every 3 hours, then I have to plan stuff around. Which wouldn't make sense, but like for example, like every 4 hours. You know? Because if I would take them every 4 hours, then I would start at 11 o'clock. Then, you know, then it will be a little bit hard because if I do it at 11 o'clock, I have to do it at like 2 o'clock. Convicted groundkeeper missing town on edge. Huh. Wait, am I the convicted groundkeeper? Am I hiding stuff? What makes sense? You know, what makes sense? Hi? 12 out of 30 secret items. Why am I getting killed then? Huh? So I have to get this eye cream, and that's just starting tomorrow on my eye. I have to like make like a little pocket in my eye, and then like rub it like this, and that sort of stuff, according to my thing. But 12 out of 30 secret items found. Huh. Thing. But that all will be pregnant, eh? You know, my pregnancy is going fine. You know, I do have a big belly before having, you know, maybe before having 25 weeks. But that's always been my case with my pregnancies in this Preggo. But well. And what do I have to say about this game? Why is my thing going off? It's because of the rain. Thing. So do I have like I don't like this game. Like it's just like something rough, easy that you can do, something chill. And I do like Like, you know what I like? I do like the amount of like little pieces that you can find that tells the story of, I think, us getting people. And this is like it's not over the top horror, but it does get you to like think about stuff and read it later, you know. So I do like it. Now, if you want to play it for yourself and get all 13 items, make sure to check out the top link in the video description down below. And with that, let's head out to game number 2. This game doesn't want to thing record. So welcome to Without a Trace. Without a Trace is let me say this correctly. A short PX psychology horror game about a girl trapped in a strange liminal world. And you know how much I like liminal, and you know how much I like PSX style horror games, because PSX style horror games usually often mean they're not like really too focused on the graphics. So yeah, I've been waiting for 5 minutes here for this to like capture, but I don't think it's gonna capture. That sort of stuff. So yeah, like so it's odd to be 25 weeks pregnant. So it's been odd to be 25 weeks pregnant again, and that like my belly is just erupted outwards, because I've been getting used to it slowly since it erupted like this past week. But still, like, I was finally happy. It's 25 July till 48 p.m. Like, I was finally happy when I found out around Christmas I was pregnant. That I will be pregnant in the high summer, because this is a way to enter. Because usually when I was pregnant, I often got pregnant around April, May, and that sort of stuff. So which ended up me being high pregnant in the winter. And it's not that I don't mind being high pregnant in the winter, but you know, for everything it's the first time, and I was like, you know, yes, finally I could be high pregnant in the summer. I can wear dresses. I can wear, you know, maybe swim clothing with a bump and that sort of stuff. But I think I'm not ready for the high pregnancy. Hey Alice, our trip on that was too long because of traffic, but we hope you get there as soon as possible. You left some pizza in the fridge, eat it and go to bed before it's too late. Why is this? Oh wait, it is this house again? Literally this setup? Yeah. This is like... Yeah, we're not kidding. Yeah, wait, hold on, let me... Oh, I can't even tap out. I can't get that out. Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Do I have that short still? Because I don't think I have to... Yeah. Here. When do I find a hammer? See this? It is maybe like labeled different. But see this house wall? Here. When do I find a hammer? That is the bookcase with that exact swan on it. And that sort of stuff. And what passport is here? That's the thing on the left. Here, this is the wall with the thing. Here, I told you. Like a... See, that is this. That's the swan with the thing. This is the wall with... See what I mean? It's the exact same thing. With the exact same rooms. Jesus, I can jump high. Wink. It's the exact same house. I'm telling you. This is a queso video. But yeah, the practice here overall been fine. As I said, I was probably high likely twins with girls. Oh, this is the bedroom. Huh. They didn't even eat your... They didn't even eat the pizza. What do you mean? thing. But practice been going fine. And I've been like primarily the past weeks been busy with, you know, my new gender, which already has been a month at this point, but time flies. I've been updating the Pokemon outfits mostly, or the reference sheets. I have the Mona Lisa hanging casually in my room. And as we're still running late store, when you're going to do a few chores around the house, you can also go to the store and buy yourself something later. Okay, throw out the trash. Let's do that first and get jump scared. Is that the only trash? I think. So that is twins, but that are highly likely two girls. So, and thing. And I have been actually doing great. As I said, I have to get used to this belly again, because it's not permanent. Instead of like, you know, just a thing. But you need to get used to it. Thing. I mean, I think if you always have stuck a big belly as I do now, then eventually you get used to it. How do I wash the floors? But if I'm in a liminal space, how do I get notifications? And yeah, do I look forward to giving birth again? I think I do. I'm getting used to it. So, like I've already had 3 elements, what will hurt the fourth one? So, thing. Yeah, and I can give you all the details, but not everybody's waiting here for like pregnancy updates. On the other hand, you're watching the pregnancy Vtuber. So. Taquitos? Cereal. I think I've also seen the layout of the store like plenty of times. I played this. I've played way too many in the morning. I think I've seen this exactly yet. I do appreciate like the little shopping list and like the highlight of items that like glow up when you like need them. I do enjoy that. So, a bit plus thing for me. I really love this game. 6 places, isn't it? Yes, creatures. Creatures that live here. They are terrible, I saw. I ran away, I was scared. No one believed me that. Just be careful. Okay. You do that by scaring this Preggo. This Preggo can be scared. Well, technically I can. Thing. I thought that was a person, I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna even grab the groceries that we did. Okay, lazy ass. Thing. And if you want real stores, just join my Discord and ask things. Huh? You know, I was just explaining here how my pregnancy went. As you know, pregnant gendered girl, but thing. And I'm slowly getting used to that also. Like, I've been more open about it, and as I said, I have been like struggling a bit with showing what to tell and what to not. For what? I'm running. How about if I don't run? Oh, hi. Are you the one I'm supposed to run from? Huh. Hi. You know, I actually love this. You know what makes this perfect? Am I gonna break fourth wall? Yeah, that doesn't work on me. You know what makes this perfect? You just went, you just went to bed in the game. So you know that this is a free for dream thing and you can do the most craziest shit. And thing. So this works perfect with thing. Like as I said, like if you have questions about my practicing thing too. But I have a second now how to show one thing, especially to my GitHub profile, but I think I'm at a middle place. And I've been learning that I don't have to defend my gender, my pregnant gender. And that I don't have to like explain to everybody why I feel like this and thing, and why I have a big belly and thing. If that makes me happy, then that makes me happy, you know. Ronald Clayton, okay. Are these the people watching over me? I think so. I don't have to explain it. Robert Perry. I think I don't have to explain it. I think, but it still takes courage because when I was a transgender, it also took courage, to go out as a female. So yeah, I do have my belly now, but like to go out as per my pregnant person, you know, like that's the thing. I am pregnant now, and I can always get pregnant again, and that sort of stuff. But to go out as a perma pregnant person, like if I find work, I can be perma pregnant, basically. Let's keep it at that in context of my channel and my gender. Then I don't think I will do it because the thing is, like, maybe some people, for example, my HR manager would like understand me. Barbara Davis. Do I have to remember their dates? Thing. And that sort of stuff. But like you have to think about the colleagues. Like if I'm not in business with like 50 men, and I speak like 5 to 10 people on a daily basis, yeah, they maybe know. Oh, I can't ask. No, they know maybe what my condition is and thing. But also for customers, like maybe once if a customer comes in, it can be okay. But what happens if that customer comes in multiple times and always sees me hyper pregnant? You know? Where do I go? Then. Is somebody did I lose somebody? And that sort of stuff. Because like then you get the question again, like how do we explain that I'm always like looking pregnant? And I know that every look doesn't have to be like, judging, doesn't have to be, judging. It can be interest, it can be like curiosity and that sort of stuff, but it still takes a lot of time. Just remember, trees breathe too. So what? Let me guess, I have to run or run backwards. I think so. Yeah, I've primarily been like opening up to that more and do research. But the funny thing which I love about my content creation channel is that like last Wednesday I got a new chatter into my Twitch stream, and the chatter has been really really nice and that sort of stuff. And the chatter had some problems with like we started talking, about my pregnant Vtuber thing and how I became content, and he said like I can explain to you my sexuality romantic, but it's really really weird. And I was like, just describe it to me. Maybe I can help you. And he described it in a manner as if like he described it in a manner to me that he sounded like really aromantic and asexual. That it depends on person and that sort of stuff, you know. But then we figured out that there was something called gray sexual, and it fitted him really, really well. And when I look more into gray sexual, you know, I was like, that fits me too. And we started talking about sexuality and how it how it affects one and the other and thing. And I started to feel like I was gray sexual too, or you know, it would explain a lot of reasons and that sort of stuff. Oh, there it is. It would explain a lot of stuff, as in my sexual intercourse with my girlfriend, or that sort of stuff, or why, for example, I have trouble with like sometimes climaxing and thing. But it explains a lot, and you know, it makes sense to me, as in why my brain is wired like this. Or these friends of mine. And thing. So I think that ever since then, you know. What am I watching? Like, ever since then, I feel like I'm gay sexual, at least. And that will be ironic coming from the goddess of reproduction and a packed-in gendered girl. But, like, I don't, like, the thing is, I don't mind having sex. I actually also love it a bit because I do love, you know, pleasing my girlfriend. But for me, relationships always have been more romantically dependent, which is one sign. I often when when I'm about to like you know go into mood for sex with my girlfriend, she's always the one initiating it, and yeah, I do you know she does turn me on, but and the thing is she does always do me first. So that's why I say that sometimes climaxing feels you know forced, and asexual people describe it as the sneeze effect, as in like you know tickle your nose long enough and eventually your body in response will sneeze. So, but it also explained the often things saying, you know, I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the mood. It would explain the first time when I had sex with my girlfriend Regine that I had really lot of trouble, you know, climaxing. That I had to do it myself with like still a lot of trouble and thing. And it explains why, for example, like in Italy, we had like a one-way sex session where I gave her a blowjob, where that was like one of the blowjobs I think in my life that actually tasted good and felt good. That an instinct I just you know swallowed, and the thing with this like always when I give a blowjob, it always feels like it doesn't taste good and that sort of thing. And I've talked to that about my girlfriend and thing, but we were figuring that out still. And that one time in Italy, it felt so good because I think it wasn't not like I didn't have to get first, you know, I didn't have to put my mental state in that state and thing. And since I didn't have to put my mental state, you know, me first, showing that I love her. Because also, for example, she in Italy started, you know, to let me watch porn. Welcome back. Oh, I do have someone meant to go, but this game is also 20 minutes. Hide. Where do I hide? Is everything okay, Alice? Oh, she's alive. Huh. But like for example, since in Italy, since the last holiday, she has been like letting me watch porn during sex to help me, reach the climax. And I always felt like, I felt a bit conflicted about it because, you're not really focusing on what she does to you. Then you're focusing on a porn video, and I don't want to, climax to a porn like a Russian or a Russian or Japanese woman screaming in my ear. Now I want to climax because the work she does, and I do love the work she does and thing. But she was like, Elise, if it helps, why not? If it helps reach your climax, she does get my point. But if it helps you reach climax, why not? And I was like, and that explains also the thing. And all that combined makes me realize that I highly likely am great sexual, and that I've never seen sex as a thing. Because if nowadays, by now this chance, my girlfriend doesn't want to have any sex anymore and I have to masturbate, I would live with that. I would be happy with that. I don't mind that. I will still be with her for the romantic and thing. Because we do cuddle from time to time, we do give each other kisses, and we do have a little bit of banter, which I love and that sort of thing, so yeah. And that's the lovely thing I think about my Twitch channel. And then, as I said, I've learned so much about myself during Twitch streams, during YouTube videos, and also during my time in my Discord, that like I've become an expert a bit of identity myself, and hence the guardian of identity and thing. But I also have my identity and sexuality to understand, and that understanding thanks to you, you guys and girls. So once again, thank you, even if you're not helped, but thank you for letting me do this, and thank you for being here. With that, this game, I actually love it. You know why I love it so much? You know why it hits so much? First things first, I often say it through my things, objective marker, objective marker, objective marker. Like, the house was already known, that store I think I've already seen many times, but I've also had that store many times where there was like, you have to get this item, and good luck finding that item. Like, that highlight of that item is already so helping it, like, it making it feel way better. And you could be like, Elise, but why the fuck did you enter like a TV LED? I think that doesn't matter, because you clearly see yourself go to sleep and then enter like a dream liminal state, which would work great there. And I first thought she had some guilt, that her friends died and she thinks it is her fault. But those friends are alive still. But why would they bonk on the door like that? So yeah, I do love this. And if you want to play it for yourself, links at the top of the video description down below. With that, let's head out to our final game of today's episode. Oh, that's funny. Or is it because I click out of the game then? Because I click out of the game. I thought it would stay still, when I click out of the game. Let me do this, because so that it doesn't like give you flashing light warning. I might have to say flashing light warning, just in case, and thing. But welcome to a game called Sewer Call. And a game that actually, maybe thing. But something is waiting below, and something's wrong in the sewers, and we are tasked to figure out what's wrong in the sewers. So yeah, this Preggo was still gonna know. But yes, I said thank you. Thank you for being like here, letting allow me to do this, and thank you for helping me figure out who I am, because I might not be the ordinary person out on the street or in the class, but this is the identity that I'm happy with. Took you long enough to pick up. It's 2 AM, what do you want? There's a broken pipe down in the Blackwater sewers. I need you there now to fix it ASAP. Blackwater sewers, that whole place was abandoned. Mostly, but one of the main pipes down there is still connected to the town's sewer system. If it bursts, we got a serious problem. Can this wait until morning? No, get over there now. Fine, I'm going. And one more thing, if you hear anything strange down there, ignore it. Supposed to mean. Reassuring thoughts. If you hear anything strange down in the sewers, Why does Sticky have to be somewhere nearby? Why does Sticky have to be somewhere nearby? Can't you just pinpoint it to me? Can't you just be like, hey, there's Sticky. Oh, why do I have to do this kind of shit? I'm too pregnant for this. Kan ik op mijn bed meteen klippen? Oh, it auto closes. Okay. I hear something. Boss chat shouldn't be worrying about. This also reminds me of that like FNAF game in the sewers. I don't know why. So I take it back. Oh, I have to like open the planks. Oh, I can be a smart ass sometimes. I already forgot the map. I already forgot the map. I think it was this way. Yeah, but it is locked. Wow, somebody down here? You know, effectively the use of your map. No, not to make just a giant maze. No, just get to this checkpoint, do objective in this corner. As I said, I completely forgot how the map looked again. Why did I know that something was happening? I knew this was going to happen. I was like looking at the hole. It's like I remember the shot that is there like a hole in the ceiling. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Hello? It's a lot of music for an encounter that already happened like 30 seconds ago. You know, it's like the orchestra. Oh yeah, it's like the orchestra Mr. Q, you know? You don't scare me. No, I would take that salt with me if I were you, but like... Watch it be around the corner or something. Could it be under the water? Oh. I thought there would be a gnome like somewhere around the water. I thought. Oh wait, this was not where the door was. You know, I might be a Preggo. I might be gendered. I might be gray sexual and pansexual. But how would work that now that I think about it? Like, because technically I think I'm pansexual. Or I'm know that I'm pansexual. I think, but how would that work with gay sexual? I think these things can go hand in hand. There's nothing, right? But now again. Oh no, you're gonna be on the ceiling again. Hey, you're breathing heavily. Are you okay down there? Oh, those are where the chairs are. Well, just for cardio for the week. Hey, I closed that. I closed that for a reason, you know. Where will I bring the valve to? Where did I bring the valve to? I haven't really seen a spot to use the valve. So if I dare go to the heavy breathing monster. I don't know, I'm gonna go to the heavy breathing monster. Nothing on the ceiling. Nothing behind me, nothing on the ceiling. Hi. You know, are you the one heavy breathing? Is it because of like the sewer damp? You know, I just... You know what the thing is a jump scare sometimes? You know, I can get that, like, that you turn around, you see him peek around the corner can create tension. But, like, make him then directly go away if the player looks at him. Because you know what often scares a player? The fear of the unknown. Because now I can fear, you know, or like prepare on what's coming. and that sort of stuff. And I do have to remember probably how to get it on there. Probably. I don't remember the map at all. Wait, where is the ladder? Didn't even see the ladder yet. Okay, I guess I play your game. Do I have to run back? Now come on, face me, you stupid creature. He didn't even see the ladder. Keep going. Huh. You really make this Preggo work for it, huh, do you? Stupid demon. Oh. No, I really have to keep going. Oh, haha. I just want to turn around. You know how often puzzles do this? Like they have to keep running, but nothing happens. I think something happens because the table disappeared. Where the fuck did I ended up? Is that him? Was that it? Was that it? This really felt like a letdown. Like, it really quickly introduced already to, like, you know how I often said, like, you know how I often said, like, or how I often say that, like, games overperform or underperform, like, that they put the expectations high, but, they don't deliver. Where's my hand cam? Where's my hand bloody cam? I often say that and think, hey, it sounds like I'm looking at my belly and that sort of thing. No, but you know what I mean? Like, real quick early on in this game, you get introduced to the thing in the sewer, the one watching you. And I get that it is the sewers, I get it that you don't have to, like, put that guy into your face 24/7. And I know that you can, like, create with the ambience, which happens here, and, like, that's the thing, like, you directly see that guy, then you hear, like, heavy breathing, to only see that guy, like, maybe once more, peek around and be like, hey, to the fact where, like, nothing happens furthermore. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, like, you get this tension build up that something is in the sewers. Like, if you hear something, just ignore it. You see an, like, random thing on the ceiling. You hear some heavy breathing. And I know you don't have to shove it on the thing, but, like, to me, Like, it feels like tension was trying to build up to only, like, maybe underperform in the jump scare of, like, haha, you got, like, to a dead end, haha. Or, you know, like, I wish for more. Like, you have this whole giant sewer system with, like, multiple objectives. There is so much you can do. Like, as you started with, like, the guy on the ceiling, you know, do more of that. Like, he sometimes just crawls around the ceiling. You know, not hunting the player, but just, like, to tease the player. And that. Just, like, try, like, I know it's like a key to, like, get your horror right. But just try to make it always reminded to the player that they're not alone in the sewers. That's through maybe, you know, the guy walking across the ceilings, more of that heavy breathing, or just random footsteps. That you're constantly reminded that you're not alone. And I think if you do that right, that this game will be great. And perfect, you know, perfect is a sense of like horror for its options and thing. So yeah, but if you want to play for yourself and experience yourself, link is at the top of the video description down below. If you like what you saw today, as I said, every game that I've played today will be at the top of the video description down below. This is 3 Scary Games 248. I know that the next one after this will be 49 and the next one after that will be 250. I don't think I'll do anything for 250. I might do. The Preggo is gonna think that in the next week. But I do know 250 is coming soon, and that mean that I've done over 750 horror games on this channel and that sort of stuff. So I might plan something, I might not, because I don't know what to do yet. I did this for 100 to 200, not for 150 I think now. So yeah, I might do something, might not, and think. But as stated, if you want to play any of the games I've played today, there will be a link at the top of the video description down below. I'm Preggo, you're pregnant, gendered, Vtuber, trans girl on the internet. Yes, you're pregnant, Vtuber, trans girl, and you're pregnant, gendered girl, and that sort of stuff. So if you like what you saw, I do primarily focus on Project Even horror content. If you want to see some more horror content, make sure to check the icon there in the top right, and that sort of stuff. If you want to play in the game, top of the video description down below. If you want to join the Discord that I have, make sure to check out the outro, or check out the description below. At the bottom of the video description will be my link tree. My link tree hosts all my socials for my Discord, where I am the most active. So if you want to talk to me, have questions, or even want to talk with your sexuality, romantic feelings, or romantic, not feelings, but, you know, you talk about your sexuality, romantic feelings, I guess, towards somebody and thing. And if you have trouble understanding, maybe I can help. As I said, I help that person, who the person in return helped me out, trying to figure stuff and thing. So yeah, I might be a therapist at this point, who knows. Thing, not a certified, so but yeah, if you want to talk with me, you know, stay up to date and be part of my small community, that is your place to be, and that's the statistics based place updates. I do also respond to every YouTube or comment, or try to respond to every YouTube comment when possible, and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested, make sure to comment down below. The best way to support me is to subscribe and ring the notification bell, but you can also so subscribe ring the notification bell. But if you want to support me a little bit more, you can also join the Patreon linked down and the Ko-fi down in that's in the link tree down below. I can think. I do have to show one more thing. To Ragga, if I pronounce your name correctly, I have seen your comments and I have put them on my list. So yeah, if you want to leave comments down below, I do know I put these on my list because I think they are bigger than like a 3 Scary Game of 20 minutes and that sort of stuff. I might try them otherwise in the next horror game and that sort of stuff, but if you want to leave suggestions, you can always do it through YouTube comments, or you can, yeah, sorry for the little cut, I fucked things up and things, so if you want to contact me, you can always do it through the YouTube comments like Rekta did, and do know it's on the list. I will eventually play it and that sort of stuff when I find the room. You can also do it through my Gmail and that sort of stuff, so sorry for the cut, but I fucked some things up. I think I muted myself by accident, so apologies. But do know. And with that, I want to say, if you have a wonderful, because I do have been getting another recent horror game and thing. So, yeah, so I'm getting some friction and thing. But yeah, if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe to the notification bell. I'll see you in the next 3 Scary Games. Until then, bye. Bye.